Welcome, everyone. We had to go another half hour with you guys because we've got more to talk about. You've got your other business partner in studio here. Welcome. We're always looking for the experts so we can get on the show. So Dalton Litzinger is in the building with us too today. Dalton has joined the team here and is now co-owner with our team here, making things happen. So he's already come in and helped make things a lot better, helping with a problem you guys had recently and getting it done. Is that true, Aiden?
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. So welcome our guests here, and let's get into it a little bit. Now, as a matter of, while we get into some of the real depth of what you need to cover when you're getting a house cleaned on the outside, power washing versus soft washing, and we're going to get into that. Dalton, tell me a little bit about what it is. When you decided you wanted to join this team, you said, "Hey, man, I got some stuff I can bring to the table here. I want to make this, take this to the next level." It was interesting. You kind of came across with a few ideas that seemed to impact the business like right away. Tell me about how that worked for you.
So I've dabbled in marketing a little bit. It's kind of what I major in college. And one of the bigger things that I've kind of brought is like more content creation, scheduling postings and all things like that. Helping Aiden out more so, taking a little bit of load off of him because there was a time where he was doing all of the back work and it's not fun on anybody.
Right.
You know? So I just kind of helped take some load off of him as well. Yeah.
Well, that's key to it's a matter of process. How do you get the work done most efficiently? I can tell you, we've made 1,000 changes to our production here in our studio because there's just always some way to innovate, create, adapt, improve, and that's what life is all about. How are you going to have a successful business if you're not constantly improving? Isn't that the essence to success?
Oh,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Aiden, tell me a little bit about why you're excited to have Dalton on the team here.
Oh, I'm excited for a lot of reasons. One, he's been one of my close friends for a long time. We wrestled all through high school, and now we actually both wrestle at Maryville. Been roommates for the last 2 years as well. So it's just fun to have one of my best friends, working with me, especially now that we work together every single day cleaning up the job. But also he brings a lot to the table when it comes to the marketing aspect and just the back end stuff. So now I can take a deep breath and look more, okay, what do we need to do next, and while he's doing more of the other stuff, like what might be cleaning up the website or the social media or whatever it is.
Yeah, because there's a matter of marketing is essentially what makes the world go around. If you're going to have a successful business, you have to market. So you brought in a marketing expert. We can learn from each a little bit. I'm going to give you guys, I'll give my list of tips and tricks I guess those will go right over to Dalton. And the 15 steps we give everybody. We give you a whole outline about what it is we recommend you do, because I've had around 15, 20 million views on my videos out there now. And it's really just a matter of following the process. So Dalton, you'll be my guy to work with on that. And then hopefully you can share some of your tips with me too as well.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. So with that, when you get started in a business, you jumped in right away.
Yeah.
And a matter of you were really help with the process of getting things done. Who should be where, how long it should take. You've cut your time down too, so the jobs don't take as long. What was some of the big changes you made there to make this a lot easier process?
Equipment is definitely one of the things that can make it go a little bit quicker. We started out with like these little 2-gallon per minute pressure washers that don't pump water worth nothing.
Okay.
And now we're up to 4 and 5.5 gallons per minute, which helps it go a little quicker. And then having 2 people on a job, so like Aiden and I live together, and while we weren't on air, we were talking a little bit, and Aiden had a car accident. Well, I have the truck and I can pull the trailer now. So it's nice to be able to have 2 of us on the job, and we've cut our time. I mean, shoot, doing a job that 2 of us maybe a month and a half ago probably took us, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Probably even longer than that.
Maybe even longer than that. And now we've cut it down to, depending on the size of the house, obviously 40 minutes to an hour tops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it don't take us too long. We're in and out of your hair, and it's nice for you because you don't have to block out half a day to get your house pressure washed.
Right, yeah, it's a matter of improving the process. You can help give better service, get people the quality that they expect, and then do a good job to make this a successful business too. Tell me then, when you got into this, what was the first light that went on? You said, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to do because I can make an improvement here and get to work with one of your buddies.
It was nice. I worked, the typical hourly job. I had the boss that was like, you need to be here and do this and blah, blah, blah. And, I've always been like, I want to go do things on my own type of guy. And knowing that one of my best friends is starting his own thing, I'm like, that'd be cool. Go out and help him and do things like that. And, like I touched on earlier, I felt like the marketing thing was definitely something that I could help out a lot with.
Well, yeah, when you get down to if you've got an expert marketer in the building, I mean, that can help you out a lot because there's so much that goes into it these days. It's so much. It's not just a matter of creative and innovative ideas. It's a matter of getting as you're already helping the company with process. Here's some things that just need to be done. I'm guilty of it too. We produce a ton of video, and we find when we put our video out there, as a matter of our process, now we're up to 250,000 people every month that come through our social media that see our stuff. But before we had produced all the videos, we just weren't putting them out there as most efficient because now we cut them into clips. We've been doing that for a long time, but we're putting the clips out there. And once you do that and follow that process, now you can really help improve. So from a marketing perspective, you've got the tools, the background, but now you're going to really make sure that process gets done. Is that true?
Right. Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's key to the success of any business. We've talked about what it takes and having a good team here. We got Elijah still in the building here. He was on our first half-hour show. So if you guys happen to miss the first broadcast, this was live on ABC. We give all of our guests a copy of this, so check it out on their social media, our social media, YouTube, Facebook, all of the relevant places now. And there's just tons of great resources out there because these guys are really sharing some great information that really can make your business and give you some tips about how you should run your business, if nothing else. So tell me that, if you would, then back to this, Aiden. What's it like working with your buddy, and what is it that really is going to take it to the next level? What's going to separate you guys here for going forward?
Working with my two buddies is, it's huge. But like, what's it like? It's just, I mean, every day is fun. I mean, nothing. I never feel like I'm doing work ever. Every part of it. The only time it's not maybe doing paperwork or anything like that. But other than that, even doing the actual work is fun because we're in and out, and we're just messing around the whole time, but also leaving a great piece of work. But how we're going to grow it is just continue doing this every day. Maybe add more guys. Hopefully, I have more buddies come in. Maybe add more marketing people, or even more people that know how to run businesses better, or just learn more about it. Yeah. Yeah,
and so where you step in and help with that, with the growth of the company a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I have another buddy that's done some marketing and whatnot, so I've been able to bounce some ideas off of him as well to help out with maybe some things that we could implement with the power washing and the soft washing. So it's nice, he's done some marketing stuff as well, so it's nice to be able to, we can sit at home and just bounce ideas off each other all night, and we're like, okay, well, this sounds like a great idea. This is probably what we should start looking into a little more. So it's things like that. It's really nice to be able to have people that you're close with to talk over things about.
Yeah, well, it's a matter of, you need more than one idea from one person to make something successful. So we got multiple ideas and some background. Yeah, you did a great job setting up your company, putting together the website, putting together the fan page. Obviously, you got a lot of great reviews. We can go over some of those again. While we'd have a 4.8 reviews out of 26 reviews, you guys are on the ball there. What do you think are the next steps you're going to take with this company to help take it to that next level? Would you say, Dalton?
I would say, bringing in more people. Obviously, if we can produce the sales, we need to have the people that can produce the jobs,
Right.
Aiden and I here are starting to pick up schoolwork and whatnot, and it'll be nice if we could get, another face in here and another guy that we could train up to maybe help out in next spring. Maybe we'll be booked up next spring. Who knows? So it'd be nice to get somebody else in here with us. I think that'll be the next thing that we look towards doing.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It's very encouraging to see our young American entrepreneurial types. You're going out and trying to make a difference here. That's where we're going to put the hat on for you guys. So take note. All right, everybody. But at the same time, I haven't done this before with the hat. Take note and make note, because these guys are innovators. They're out there making it happen. These are kind of people you would like to make sure, if you have a house that needs to be cleaned, these are the guys you want to work with because they're doing a great job to make that happen. So HaggDaddy Enterprises LLC, HaggDaddyEnterprise.com, 314-630-5892. Get a hold of these guys because they're on the ball. They're making things happen, and great success we've seen already with what you guys have got. Those reviews were impressive too. That's really good. We're going to share a little bit of the work that these guys have done too. So with that, let me jump into some of the pictures. We got some special editing we did with some of our videos here too. So I'm going to pull up the folder where we put all of these in place so that we can watch these. But tell me, what are we looking at here, guys? Tell me a little bit about what some of the work we're going to showcase for everybody here that you guys have done.
Yeah, so the videos that we're going to be showing are just kind of, I like to really show the customers, or even just our fans, that it is really soft washing. They're always amazed at, they're always amazed that they're like, how do you get all the way up there, or you're not going to use high pressure to get the algae off. And so when I have videos to show them, no, look, we're gonna, you know, we're gonna put the solution, the house soft washing solution up there, and then we're gonna rinse it off with about as much psi as the garden.
All right, let's take a look here. This is our first little clip here, and this is kind of a mix of a few things you're working on here. Tell me what's going on here.
Yeah, so this is just a little back patio that I was cleaning up. This was one of the first, I think this was the first video I ever made, so this was probably in the middle of June. But also I was doing a little rust removal as well right there. And then we also cleaned those steps up. Right here I'm just edging around, getting into all those cracks, and then also cleaning up that wood. And then right here, this is where we're taking one of our surface cleaners and cleaning up that concrete.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, look at the difference there before and after. It almost looks like new versus 30 years old.
And then
this is a heck of a job you've done here.
Yes, and with all our concrete, it is high pressure with concrete, but we're also putting up some chemicals to kill off any algae or mold that are on that. But also we're going to pre-treat that concrete to brighten up afterwards.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're talking about this kind of work, that looked dynamite. I holy cow! I hadn't looked at that video in its full-blown review to show that's some incredible before and after there. All right, let's jump into our second video here. Let's see what we've got here. Tell everybody what's going on here.
Okay, so this is just like a little deck wood fence, super old fence, and you can see the green on the sides, and especially where the chemicals start getting put on there, you can see all the algae and mold that are on it. What I did was went ahead, threw some chemicals up there to really kill off anything that's on that wood, and then this is just using some pressure but not much. I'd probably say maybe 1,000 psi's right there, and that's going to bring that wood back to life, and but also not fur it in the meantime.
Because you don't want to damage the
we don't want to split that wood or anything.
Cause it to be deteriorated and look worse. Yes. Okay, wow, great looking stuff there. That looked amazing. And for reference, 3,000 psi is what you mentioned in the previous show. That's the high pressure stuff. So this is a third of that.
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me about this one here.
We already watched this one.
Oh, that's one. Okay, I'm sorry. We put that one. Go in reverse order here, everybody. So let me pull that back over here. Well, tell me what we've got here. We got another video for everybody. And where'd my folder go? Did I close my folder? Oh. Tell me a little bit more about what we're going to see here. We've got, and what are most of the jobs that you guys do? As a matter, is it mostly pressure washing? Is it mostly?
It's probably 95% house soft washing. We really started moving to that. In the beginning, and just with these videos, I like to show that we do a little bit of everything, but I'd say 9 times out of 10 we're just doing house soft washing. Okay, here's another one. This is actually a gutter brightening. This is a little bit different than our house soft washing, but you could see in the beginning these gutters look really new, but they had these lines on them, and we call that tiger striping, and it's pretty common. But so what we have to do is we get up there and we spray kind of like a metal brightener, and then we scrub them down, and we're using super low pressure to rinse it off, and then at the end it'll show you it's a night and day difference. It'll take it, I mean, it looks like a brand new gutter, no more lines on it or anything.
Wow. Okay, so this is what people can expect from your guys' expertise and what you guys do with regard to your soft washing and pressure washing and how that works. Let's go through a few of the pictures we've got here. Yes. And tell me what we're looking at here. This is obviously it looks like a before and an after. Tell me a little bit about that.
The reason why I like this one is because in front of the house, you can't really see it. And the lady that I cleaned her house for, she was like, oh, I get to actually soft wash every year. But I had noticed when I was driving by, I caught a glimpse right up on that side. I was like, oh, I don't think anybody ever saw that. So I went up there on the roof and I checked it out. And I was like, I don't think that's been cleaned in the last year. So I went ahead, took a before picture, cleaned it up, and showed it to her. And she was, beyond, like, she was speechless. She didn't know anything on her house was that dirty. Her house was very taken care of, everything. Even the yard was cut. I think she actually cut her whole yard herself, and it was cut like 3 times a week. It was insane. She took very good care of her house.
Okay, tell me a little bit more here.
This is just a nice little before and after picture of, on the right side, you can see all the algae, all the mold, and that's the after picture of what it looks like after we clean it up.
Okay, and here, same thing.
Exact same thing.
Okay. Yeah, big difference. You can see that before
Yes.
the before and the after.
Yes. And I do want to mention that we do all this from the ground. This picture captures like how high we can actually get, and we can get higher than that as well. But we stand on the ground and we're getting that chemical on there, and then we're rinsing it off from the ground as well, using no ladders or anything.
Nice. Okay. A little bit here at driveways too, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a nice driveway that we cleaned up.
Looks good.
And here's actually the before and after picture of that concrete job.
Okay.
With that deck.
And steps too.
Yes, and you can see on actually where I was scrubbing on the ground, you can see that rust. We also removed the rust off the concrete, and the person I did it for, they thought I took the deck. They thought I took took the wood steps out of there and put new ones up there. How clean it was.
Wow, impressive. All right. What do we got here now?
Yeah, just
Siding.
another-
Wow, big difference there.
Yes.
Impressive. All right. Here we go. Some. Wow, this is somebody's patio.
Yes, their back patio. It had bad draining, and so they said every year they get it power washed. But so what we went ahead and did is used some chemicals to kill off all that algae and mold, and then we hit the surface cleaners, and it actually killed it all off instead of just getting that surface layer. And
wow, talk about a difference here.
yes.
Pretty amazing there. Siding, big
And
culprit.
Actually, I like this picture because it shows that in the top left, you can see the soffit is broken, and so we really had to use super low pressure so we didn't knock any more out. And you can see in the next picture, it still looks the same, but none of it was knocked out anymore, at least.
Dynamite. Roof siding, a little bit there. This is the siding above, on top of the roof there. Tell me
Yes.
about this.
Yeah, so this kind of is what I mean, this is kind of shows how in depth we do. I like to say that we do like a house detail. We're not just going to clean what you can see. If I can see it at any angle or not, I'm going to get up there and clean it, regardless if they see it or not. I want to make sure that every inch of that house is clean and they get what they paid for.
Excellent. Excellent work there. All right, let's check it out. We finish up here. We got this little shot. This is the one we recorded earlier, and we changed the angle here. Tell us about what you're doing. This is the actual process, right?
Yes, here is one. You really couldn't get any angle on it from the ground, so I did have to get on the roof, but thankfully it was a flatter roof. But you can see how thick that algae was. This lady in particular said that they built the house, I think, 30 years before this, and had never gotten it clean. So it was a need, and I went ahead and took care of it. Just right here, we started with rinsing it all, and then we were applying the chemicals, and you can see them slowly dying, and then we just go ahead and rinse it off.
So this is the actual process somebody goes through when they're going to get the
Yes.
actual.
Yes.
This is a soft wash.
Yes. And you can see on that left side, all that algae's died off. Now I'm going to have to, I think I had to apply more chemicals after, but
There it is.
that video came a little short. It was really hot that day. My phone overheated.
Well, that's some excellent work there. Dalton, does this give you some excellent marketing material now?
Yes.
You get to show off a little bit about what you do. Tell me
Yes,
about that.
It definitely, getting videos and pictures like this, being able to put those side-by-sides up there, it makes it a lot easier to go out and post. You don't have to edit no pictures. You don't have to do any of the, crazy stuff to make it actually look good. I mean, the picture is just taken and it's put right next to an after photo, and you just throw it on up there, get a nice little caption going, and the picture markets itself.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't have to go over and, do any extra work for the picture to actually look good,
Very true. Well, that's what I'm going to throw up here, because we did talk about the reviews these gentlemen have gained, and we'll talk about this on the second show here too a little bit, because when you've got a 4.8, 26 reviews, you're doing well. We talked about 1 out of 10 will likely leave a review, so that means probably around 250 clients you've had, I'm guessing, in the short 6 years of your overall in your business here, very shortly in the last couple of years, or last few months when you actually launched and got your LLC and everything put in
Absolutely.
order. But very impressive what you guys have been able to do. Josh Williams, professionals in quality, responsiveness, and value. Guys showed up and did everything they said they would do. Over the phone quote, couldn't be happier. That's the kind of work we're looking for. So look for more of these reviews. Check out everything you can see. If you do a Google search for HaggDaddy Enterprises, this is what will show up for everybody. And take a look at some of the work these guys have done. So with that, I want to dig in here a little bit more. Tell me though, Dalton, what gives you the most satisfaction about doing the work that you're doing here? Is this a matter of you really get to improve the value of somebody's house. This is their most valuable asset.
Probably my favorite part is, we'll get to talk to the customer before and they're like, man, you really think you're going to be able to get up there and get all of that off? I mean, it's been up there for, 30 years or, 10 years or whatever. So the best part is like being able to, one, get the job done quickly. And then they're coming out and they're like, there's no way. There's no way it's done already. And they walk out and they're like, oh, wow, my house looks brand new. So it's like, it's a great feeling whenever somebody walks out and they're like, I have never seen my house look like this. Just knowing that they're happy with the result. That's probably the most satisfactory deal about the whole thing.
And a lot of people, I guess, go back to that, the difference between pressure washing and soft washing. That's what you really get to help people understand, because there's so much damage could be caused by a pressure washer.
Oh.
And now you get to do this and show them, hey, it's called soft washing. Soft, what do you soft? Well, it's these very environmentally friendly chemicals that will allow you to make something look like new while having to do the high pressure stuff that can damage what they're working on. Tell me why the soft wash you think has helped your business so much.
It's a little different. It's new. It's not something that's been around for 30, 40 years. Everybody's always been power washing their house. So when we do our door-to-door sales, that's definitely one of our points that we like to hit on is we do soft washing. Because a lot of times we'll walk up and I'm like, here's my business card, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you just do pressure washing? And I'm like, actually, no. So it's nice to be able to hit that point and they're like, wait, now what? So it's like an attention grabber when you say soft washing. They're like, wait, what's soft washing?
Right.
So it makes it a lot easier to, one, sell the job, and two, it's a totally different look after the house. Like after the house is washed, a lot of times when you pressure wash, you're going to see lines in the house, like he was talking on the last show. You'll see a lot of lines in the house from the oxidation and whatnot. Soft washing is just going to kill all of that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I've seen the damage done by just pressure washing that can actually cause vinyl to break, etc. But I've also seen those stripes people because they don't evenly apply pressure washing, and so you get different shades of. It looks like somebody's doing a design in their driveway.
Right.
Tell me, what's that like? Where you have to go in and fix that for people, Aiden?
Oh, yeah, the lines in the concrete. That's good. Yeah, a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, we have a power wash. We'll go ahead and take care of it. And then I come back in a week, they call me and they're like, actually, can you go ahead and take care of that? And it looks like, there's just little lines just all in it. So that's kind of where we come into, we're going to use the chemicals, one, that are going to kill that off. And then we're going to use the surface cleaner, which is it's a lot bigger. It's not like shooting out water like this. It's shooting out water in a 20-inch surface, and it's going to clean it and not leave lines.
Yeah, I hadn't seen one of those. It looked like kind of a vacuum style thing, but it just applies pressure across a wider stream. So now you're getting this, instead of going all the way across, you're going very narrow or very wide, so that you can get a nice shot and get that thing evenly spaced, evenly clean. Is that what's that device called, and how's that work?
That's a surface cleaner. So what it is, and I would say it has kind of like it spins like a lawnmower blade. It spins around really fast, but at the bottom there's two nozzles, and then they spin really quick and shoot out water. So it's like two pressure washer nozzles pointing down on the ground, and then they're going to spin really fast around and clean that whole area as you push it across.
Okay. So yeah, another method for a new tool that a lot of people may not be familiar with.
Yes.
So you combine, this is why you need the expertise we're talking about here, everybody. You get soft washing, which most people are not familiar. What percentage of people do you think have heard of soft washing before you come up to them?
I'd say 2 or 3%.
2 or 3% have heard of soft.
Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, very little.
Very low.
Yeah, they're like, what do you mean? You just power wash it? No. Well, actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use all soft washing, our soft washing method. We're going to go and use our soft washing solution. We're going to throw it on the house. We're going to let the chemicals do their job. They're going to dwell, and then we're going to rinse it with all low pressure.
Great improvement over what most people may expect. And then the last question I have for you with regard to what is that device called that gives that wide span so it evenly cleans everything on cement, I guess, on flat surfaces?
Oh, that's just a surface cleaner. It's just called a surface cleaner.
Okay. I had not seen one of those before, but apparently that's a kind of an innovation, but it spins, and now instead of getting those stripes, like my mom did her own driveway, and she's got these stripes across the driveway. Like, Mom, is this a new art project? What's going on here?
Yeah.
This is not the way you intend it, but this surface cleaner will make sure that doesn't happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. If it's used right. You can, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. People do get their own little surface cleaner, and it'll be, 5 inches, and then they'll leave lines, and it'll look like, if you ever cut grass and leave those stripes, you'll leave stripes like that. Just because it's clean uneven, or sometimes too much pressure, you can etch the concrete. And so if you use the pre-treat and the post-treat like we do, that can help eliminate all of that.
Wow. So there's a pre-treat and a post-treat that goes.
Yes. Yes.
Tell me the process. When somebody says, all right, we're ready to hire you guys, what's the process for them to get started with you?
All right, so that's we try to make it as easy as possible on the customers. I know that they're busy; they don't want to have to deal with a lot of nonsense. So let's say I knocked on their door or they called me, however it is, I go out there. I'm going to give them an in-person quote, and then if they want one, or we'll do it over the phone. Then all I need is their name, their number, and their address, and that's all. That's it. And then we just show up. They can be there, or they could be at work, whenever it is. We just pick a time. We contact them saying, "Hey, we're going to be there," and then we clean their house.
And that's seen on the wall behind us. Or I'll put something. They can book with you over your website too,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
right there, click the book now, and go ahead and get that process started so that you can get yourself scheduled.
Absolutely.
For everybody to come in and get you to come on site. So.
And at the bottom of the website, there's actually more a better thing that you can use to fill out. It's like contact us or get a free quote.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you can actually put your information in, like your address, your phone number, and email, and I can go ahead and kind of check it out before I ever even get there.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are on the ball. So it's easy to work with these guys. It's a matter of if you want to have somebody that you're going to work with, you want to make sure that they don't make it more difficult for you.
Absolutely.
To make the process
Absolutely.
Get underway. And so you guys have done a great job with that. All right. Well, we got a couple minutes here. It goes fast, doesn't it, guys? As we get into this, but a lot of great material, and I really appreciate Dalton talking about the marketing side. Is how important that is. So then, as a matter of when you guys have this thing going, what are the objections you may hear from somebody? Says, I think I want to do this, but what would be something that typically people have a question about?
Number one. Oh, we have a power washer. All day long. I'd say 8 out of 10 people that answer, we got a power washer. My grandson's going to do that one day, or whatever it is. And then I'll be like, well, hold on. We do a lot more than power washing. And then I give them the soft wash, kind of explain that, and maybe they'll be like, oh, I think I'm still going to do it. Sometimes they'll call me back, but I'll always give them a business card. I'll be like, well, if you never get around to it, just give me a call. But yeah. Or sometimes they're like, yeah, that is cool. I think we actually might go ahead and do that.
Well, that's how you make it happen for people. It's a matter of getting out there, being persistent, and educating them is mostly what you end up doing. Absolutely. I'd say most times. Dalton, what's it like? You have to inform people, have to help them understand the difference between power washing, pressure washing, the surface cleaner, and all the other important things.
It's nice being able to tell people something a little different. Like I said earlier, I mean, everybody's just known pressure washing and power washing the house, and that's just what you do every year. So it's nice being able to give people, a different perspective.
Well, you guys are doing great work. Keep up the good work, and we want to make sure that when it comes down to it, that the businesses are getting their work done with those people who are doing the excellent job and making sure it's done correctly. All right, you guys are enjoying your little castle show. Thanks, everybody. Giddy up.